Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. What's up, Ozzy, Marzidi, Garrett? What's going on, Frederick? What's up, guys?
Good morning.
XO, what's going on? What's going on? Alright, let's start with the ES. So, right out the gate, guys, we had these marked out yesterday, right? We're making some higher highs, we're making some higher lows. It almost seems like the market is trying to reverse for us, right? So, if we look at the daily time frame, now this sell off, guys, we've had a crazy sell off. We were range bound from about November till we broke down in the end of February. February 20th is the last time we had a high, and then we just started crashing down lower since then. This was all related to tariff news. Tariffs are going to make everything so much more expensive, blah blah blah. So tariff all the way down up until we got this huge pullback to the upside right here, this 9%, almost 10% bar on the ES. Now, this 9 to 10% bar on the ES wasn't here out of nowhere. This day came when Trump announced that he was going to do the 90-day relief on tariffs. So, guys, for us to have a bear trend like this due to tariffs, we need some type of economic relief or economic news to help us reverse back from this sell off. So, that strong news impact, along with the volume that came with it looks like we are trying to make our way back higher. Now, I had a major key level I was looking at, and that would be this 55.28 level. We've been talking about it for quite some time now, and we finally broke above it. I think we broke above it yesterday. At the last 15-minute candle of the day, we broke above it. Let me just make sure everything is up and working. YouTube, you guys can hear me all right? Test, test, test. Yes, that should be good. All right. So what I would really like to see, and we can look at the 45-minute, is I see that this was an area of resistance on Wednesday. Yesterday, we tried to push lower, but then we broke above it. So I want to see this area work as support. So I am going to first see what this other supply zone is right here, because I'm looking at it and I see that this was a pretty strong area too of rejection. And I see that this time we tried to break it, pushed back lower below it. But I'm going to lighten this zone up because I don't find it as strong as that other zone we're going to be using. The other zone we're going to be using is this one that I mentioned right here. So we can make it a little bit brighter so we can pay attention to it. So this 55, let's see, it's about 5,500. Let's see, 5,500 to about 5475, 25-point range. Let's turn on our demonstration so we can see everything clearly. And I'm really looking to see if buyers could step in at this point on ES today. So we'll put our long position tool over here and we'll see how we come. So let's see if we have any supplier demand zones in that previous day, because yesterday we had a pretty strong candle to the upside. I'm a little concerned that the volume wasn't as strong as the previous green days, but we'll have to see how today shows. Something I wanted to mention too was with Tesla and some equities, we have been trying to push higher. So let's see. So with Tesla, we had Elon Musk during the earnings call, not the earnings report. Earnings report was a double miss. The earnings call, he announced that he's going to be, taking a little bit of a step back. He's not going to be as active with Doge. He's going maybe 2 days a week in the office starting early May. He announced that, and Tesla gave us a nice spike higher, a 7% move higher to the upside based off of that news. Since then, Tesla's up about 9%, and we're going to be opening up about 9.9%, close to that 10% difference from that earnings. So I would like to see Tesla move higher. 270 would be a nice level, maybe 284, but I would like to see 270. I know some people want some Tesla calls, so I figured I would cover that real quick, let you know where I would possibly target on Tesla. All right. Other than that, look at the other equities, guys. We've got Meta is also gapped up and higher, looking like it wants to continue. Meta's up right now 2%, almost 3% pre-market. Everything, Tesla, Meta, Apple, Microsoft is not. But Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Tesla are all opening, if the market were to open right now, above their previous day's high, which is a bullish signal, right? So we could see the pre-market level is at 261.29, where our yesterday's close was 259.51. This is on Tesla. Same with Nvidia. We have pre-market prices currently at 106.81. Close was 106.43. So only one that really isn't, only two really, are Microsoft and Apple. And those are sort of near the top of their ranges right now. Where the others are sort of still in the middle and can make their way higher. But I would still like to see continuation based off the equities. Alright, let's see, guys. So let's see if we do have any supply or demand zones. Pull up the 4-hour time frame, take a quick look. I do see a 4-hour demand right here that came off of this imbalance level. So we're going to delete this broken supply because we already used it as a demand. And we're going to make this a D4 hour. Demand. So here's a demand zone down here on ES, but that, guys, is very far away. We have to be realistic with market expectations in our zones, right? So for us to pull back 120 points at that point, really got to be patient and see if buyers want to hold at that point. 120 points to the downside, it's a 2% move to the downside. It's a very strong selling momentum. So if buyers were to hold, I would think that this zone, this previous high that was resistance, now support, will hold and will create another higher low, right? We'll create something like this. Create another higher low up here. Then we can look to create another higher high up here. So that's what I would like to see on ES today. I would like to see some buying pressure and some continuation, guys. I'm feeling a little bullish today. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Bullish or bearish. Don't forget, guys, whatever our insight, our setup is, our pre-market plan is right now, we can always adjust it when the market comes to us and gives us different clues and different setups, right? Because I might be long now off of this zone and think that we're going to hold this for a long position. We're going to go long, break this major level. I'd really like to see us hit this daily supply at 56.63, guys. That'd be over 176 points from where this potential supply now demand zone would be. Now 160 or 176 points isn't out of the ordinary with the recent ranges. So we could check edge full and see what's in play. And we should be able to see, or it might not show it yet, the potential bullish or bearish move. ADR. Yeah, I think it develops once that 930 hits. It'll tell you potential bullish or bearish move. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. Let's check out, guys, on the daily real quick. I do want to see that previous day high and low, though. So let's see. Previous day high is right here. We're already broke previous day high, so now I would want to see the stats of that. What are the odds we're bullish now? Previous day's range. It's going to give me that glitch like it always does for some reason. So we'll go previous day's range with this report. Yes, turn bookmarks off. And we will do daily session instead of New York session because we want to see how the daily session was, right? We broke this previous day high during, let's see, this is about the London session. London session opens at 3 a.m. Eastern, so it was before that. I believe that's the Tokyo session. We could take a look. We could add our sessions indicator, and it will just tell us. Yeah, Tokyo session. So Tokyo session, we broke that previous day's high. Where's previous Tokyo session? So I'm curious. Previous day Tokyo session is broken. What are the odds we close green? Will it have? Maybe it'll have Asia session. Okay. Only gives us a 55. Not a good stat right there. So I'd want to go to the daily. Okay, ES, previous day high broken, 70% chance of closing green. Okay, let's see now by weekday. Friday, 64% chance, not as strong. Could check the last 5 Fridays, previous day high broken. Well, the past 2 in a row were both green, right? So that's something important. That's something I want to note. The last 2 Fridays that broke previous day lows, though, closed red. But we haven't broken previous day low. Previous day low is until all the way down here. So we're most likely not going to hit that. So let's see. So again, guys, I'm really looking to see if we could find some good buying pressure in this zone around 54.97. Maybe stop 54.72. I know that's a wide stop, so I would really just be patient for the market to open. Same with NQ. Yeah, most likely. Let's take a quick look at the NAS. Good call. Good call. Yo, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. Yeah, look at this, guys. NASDAQ's got this major level right here. Major level in Sergeant Price. Alright, let's see. So yeah, NAS is continuing higher. NAS broke previous day high as well. Previous day low is much lower. Opening price for today is not going to be the same as our gap fill price, because I know that right away without even looking at the gap fill, because I see that our close yesterday was right here around 326, and our open today is up here around 401. So I already know that there's a gap right here. So here's our open price, and then our gap fill we could mark out as well. Probably not really going to use it, might end up deleting it, but let's go into that lower time frame and see what we got. Similar situation, 4-hour demand right here. NASDAQ trying to make some higher highs, and it swept this low right here before it reversed. But remember, guys, markets do need to sweep some types of highs and lows before giving us a strong reversal. Yo, you got it. Absolutely. So let's mark this out as our demand zone. And again, we might not come down to this demand today, and that's absolutely okay. But when we mark it out today, let's say today's Friday, we get a bullish move of continuation, and then Sunday opens, and we get a gap down, or we start selling off a little bit, then guess what? Maybe we hit this 4-hour demand on Monday, on Tuesday. We don't know when, so it's important to have our zones anyways. Be prepared for the market. And it's also important because now I'm noting, yesterday we just created a 4-hour demand zone. That's bullish. So now I would want to see if today we could do the same thing and create a new demand zone and go bullish today. But it is Friday, so we do have to be a little careful. I'm looking at the 1 hour. I do see another 1 hour demand right here. I'm going to mark it out, even though it's just another demand sitting right above another. A lot of times that just shows that we're creating a lot of additional support. And if anything, you could just mark out this whole range. But at that point, it does get a little too hard to read. What I like to do, guys, when I'm marking out these rectangles is I know subconsciously that one, I'll mark out the high of it. This is my trend line. This is where I want to see the best reactions to supply and demand are going to be for demand zones when we test it and we hold near the top. For supply zones, when we test it and hold near the bottom. Once we start breaking deeper into a zone, it gets a lot weaker. So what I would look for at this point with supply and demand zones is I would maybe look to see if we want to sweep this low right here. Sweep that low like a sell side liquidity and then hold the demand right under it. Because I know that maybe a lot of people are looking for this low to break. And on the 15-minute time frame, I'm sure that low, look at this. That's just a pivot right there. So we had our pullback. I'll draw that out so we could see it. Market moved down, it moved up, it pulled back, and it continued. So we pulled back. Those pullbacks, those pivots, a lot of people keep their stop order sitting there. I'm a breakout guy. Can you help me with supply and demand? You have videos? Yeah, absolutely. Check out, this is our YouTube Bullish Bears. You could join our community, bullishbears.com. Got monthly, yearly, lifetime memberships to get access to my Futures Masterclass, which covers supply and demand, entry criteria. We also cover on our chart some bookmap as well. Go live Monday and Friday for YouTube and Monday through Friday for our community. Alright, so let's finish up on NASDAQ. Find some good demand zones. I really want to find a good long position on NQ. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, I like this one. Check this out, guys. So we had this broken supply zone. One supply zone, two supply zones. They both broke and retested for support. And with that break and retest, we created a 45-minute demand zone. So I'm going to delete, let's see, we'll delete that zone. I'm going to keep this red one because that was just broken yesterday, so it still shows some relevance in my opinion. So we're just gonna be aware of it, and when I see overlapping zones, I know that this is a pretty strong area. When we have a random new zone and it didn't overlap an older zone, sometimes it could sort of have some conflict. So that's a good area right here, around 19,193 on NQ. Could also check bookmap. Bookmap might not show too much. Here we go. 19,191. Look at that, guys. That is right within our demand zone. That's awesome. So that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look to see if we find some buying pressure in that demand. Let's see. Grab a quick screenshot of that. Now, I found my entry, my area that I want to look to enter. Now, how am I going to take this trade? Well, that's going to depend on the price action once we get there and what time it is once we get there. Right now, it's only 8:45. The New York session doesn't open for another 45 minutes, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you're on YouTube, by the way. New York session doesn't open for another 45 minutes, which means, guess what? We could maybe open somewhere up here on NASDAQ. We could maybe open somewhere down here in the demand zone already on NASDAQ. I'm going to be crazy patient on this. I do not want to rush into anything on this. I want to be patient till the New York session opens and I get some clear direction and I get a better idea of where we're opening. Because if we do open somewhere within the demand zone, I'll look for a quick trade with the stop loss at the low of it, only if we could start to hold it. But if we open in the demand and we've been selling off and we look like we're going to continue to sell off, then I'm not going to go long just for the sake of us being in a demand zone. And guys, don't forget, it's important to know which time frame zones we're looking at. So right now, this is a daily supply zone, so I wouldn't look to short the daily supply zone on a 5-minute chart. That time frame analysis and technical analysis and entry analysis doesn't co-align. So if I'm looking at a daily, I might want to look for possibly a 1-hour rejection candle off of it, right? Now, if I'm looking at a 30-minute or a 1-hour supply or demand zone, then I could trade off the 5-minute or 15-minute. But we just want to make sure we know what time frame we're looking at and know what range we're looking at as well. If we're in a very choppy 5-minute and want to trade the 5 and the 1 minute for scalping the range, great. But if we're choppy on the 15:30, we don't really want to be trading the 1 hour, right? So we want to make sure we understand the ranges that we're in. Let's see NASDAQ. Any resistance up here I'm looking for. So I do see a little bit of resistance up here. So I might go through some other time frames, see if I see anything a bit more, with a bit more strength. I do want to make sure I have the right previous day high. Okay, perfect. And we might even end up waiting for the orb to form, which is the opening range breakout on the ES and NQ, which would be the first 15 minutes of the trading day. So that's what I'm looking for NASDAQ. NASDAQ, ES, very similar. I'm looking for both of them to hold that broken supply zone as demand. Only issue with ES is I didn't really find a good demand zone that formed overlapping it. 45. Oh, you know what? Look at that. Another 45-minute demand, right? NASDAQ created that 45-minute demand. ES created the 45-minute demand. Now we're creating new support zones on ES and NQ simultaneously with each other off of another support area yesterday. This is bullish factors. This is really, in my opinion, I'm thinking this is going to be more in my favor. This is looking good for longs. So I would like to see, guys, and we could even see on this time frame right here with the drawings I drew out, we're making higher highs. And it looks like we're trying to make some higher lows too. So if we could hold right here this demand zone, we'd be creating another higher low, and we could look to target a new higher high and look for a bullish day. I'd personally really like to see us hit 56.58 today on ES. That would be wild. We'll see when the New York session opens exactly where our measured move could possibly be. We could use our Edgeful tool for that. Edgeful is a statistic-based platform, so it gives us a what's in play, orb, gap fill, what are the odds we fill it, things like that. NQ. So let's do a quick write-up on the NASDAQ, guys. We were just looking at... we're just looking at the NQ. And I was saying how I wanted to see this demand zone hold. NQ. And what zone was that? I'd like to see this. I think it was, well, it was a 45-minute demand. I know that. But what price level? 193. I'd like to see this 45-minute demand at 19,193. Hold. We have some passive buyers on bookmap slash NQ. Whenever I say on bookmap, it's referring to the bookmap tool, but on whichever ticker we're looking at. Sitting in this demand zone. I'd also like to see us hold the similar demand zone on ES. I wonder if ES also has passive buyers sitting in that zone. This zone on ES was 5480. Take a look at ES trade map light. 5480 we're looking for. Dude, you can't get much bigger than that on bookmap. I didn't even look at it yet. That's crazy. Our 5480 demand zone. Perfect price level on bookmap on that. That's awesome. That's great. Full port. No, I'm just kidding. I'd also like to see some on ES hold around 5480, which has a strong passive buyer. So guys, to read bookmap, if you see a very strong red level like this, but it's below price, that's a passive buyer. If you see a very strong red level like this above price, then those are passive sellers. Now look at this, guys. We have passive sellers sitting all the way up at 55.52. 55.52, that's all the way near that previous day's high. So does that mean that we might fill those passive buyers to the downside and then head towards those passive sellers to the upside? That's what I would like to see. I really want to see buyers step in and hold this demand zone today. Awesome, man. I like that, dude. That looks good. We'll see. But we'll see. We'll be patient, too. If it dumps right through, or if we break into that 54.80 level before the New York session opens, I might be a little bit more patient and wait till we get some type of break back above and retest of that zone. Or what I'll do, guys, what I love to do finding entries wise is look for that low volume shelf. So if you see how the volume picked up here, 800, 1200, 900, 1400, 1000, I'll look for, see how it drops to 300, 200. I'll look for this drop and then for it to pick up again. And then when it picks up again and has the random drop and picks up, that little dip, that's where we're looking for an entry for a rebalance in the market. 19,190 buyers on bookmap. Let's take a quick look. 19,190. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we had that 19,191, 19,180 it looks like. Some passive buyers on NASDAQ. That's right in that demand zone that I have marked down there. Let's see. Our weighted index is above its previous day's high. I'm going to mark that out so we have it. It's trying to trade back below it, but we'll keep an eye. Let's take a look at gold, guys. Gold has been giving us some interesting price action, and depending on how ES and NQ are going to trade, if ES and NQ sell off and markets are back and still in this bear market, I'm probably going to be looking for gold longs, depending on if we could hold this demand zone right here. If we're looking at the daily on gold right now, we broke previous day high and low. So statistics-wise, let's do watch list GC. And let's go to our previous day's range. Go to report. Now we're going to want to check previous day. Another crash today. Yo, David, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Gold had a crazy pullback since its all-time highs above 3,500. Had a pullback of over 6%. 200 points to the downside on gold from those highs. Let's see now New York session. I'm sorry, daily session on gold. When it breaks that previous day high or low on Fridays. So we'll go by weekday, Friday. Ooh, look at that. 100% chance of a red day on gold when that previous day low is broken. Now, guys, that doesn't mean we could take a short here in cash because right now we're already on a red trading day. So all that means is for a 100% red day on a Friday after we break previous day low, we just need to close somewhere below this opening price. So what I always like to do in situations like this is I like to find that opening price and see if I have any in this case supply zones above it, because if we could somehow manage to pull back and get above that open price, and I know the odds are really in my favor that 8 out of 8 times in the past 6 months we broke that previous day low and closed red, then if I could get a short above that open price, that would really be very ideal and in my favor. Right now I see a supply zone right here on the 30 minutes, so we'll mark this out. And I do want to check this 90-minute demand zone down here to see if it's still valid or see if we've broken it before. That's 30-minute. We could delete this price level. We could delete all these old zones and whatnot. No longer necessary. Maybe I'll keep that one. Not keeping that one. Awesome, guys. Don't forget, hit that like button if you're here on YouTube. Join me on Monday as well. Go live Monday and Friday on YouTube, and Monday through Friday for our community at bullishbears.com. Here we go. Check this out. 30-minute demand right here on gold. That's holding really well. Now, I want to see this 90-minute right here. This zone right here. I'm going to click it so we could see it. We broke it a few times just on the same day. But then, once we got back above it, we held it pretty well. I do want to see if this candle... That candle did not wick it. I'm dumping it. We're dumping it. We don't want it. Clean up the charts. Don't get married to zones, guys. So this is our good new demand zone. Mark this out as demand. This is a 30-minute, D30-minute. Now, something that's a little worrisome, in my opinion, is how we've pushed into this demand zone. We tried to hold, we pulled back, and each time we try to hold this demand zone, the buying is weaker and weaker. So that tells me that we're either squeezing until we pop and push higher, right? Is Random in here? Oh, he's not in here right now. We got this ongoing joke, right? We're either going higher or we're going lower. But no, my instinct when it comes to supply and demand, and in this case demand, when we hold a demand zone and we fail to get that market structure shift on that first pullback, or we push up higher, pull back, and then that push higher is also very weak or it fails, which we see right here, we're now making lower highs off of this demand zone, there's a good chance we're squeezing against it to drop lower. So that's something I'll be keeping an eye on, see if gold wants to continue lower today. Just like I think David mentioned. David, if you're still here on YouTube, let me know if you were talking about gold for a crash today. Guys, market opens in 30 minutes. We got a little time. I want to see if there are any supply zones on gold that I could look for some potential shorts. And the only one I really see is this one right here. We're going to mark that as a supply. It's not the strongest. It's a 15-minute. It's got a very weak impulse move, but it does have some continuation that took out a recent low. So other than that, I'd like to see some resistance in here. We see that there was resistance when we come into this price level, so we could keep an eye on that. Looking good to the downside. We could also take a look at gold on Bookmap too and see where gold is going and see if it does have any price levels or anything. Looks like it's trying to sell off. So something I'll look for, guys, right? Remember, heavy volume, very low dip of low volume. Now, if we could continue lower and the volume starts to pick up and we keep this area as a low volume shelf, this 3300, I'll look for us to break below maybe 3297. Then I'll look for a retest of that 3300 and take a short position there. But if we don't get that break in that entry criteria in that formation, then we don't have a trade. Because right now, I wouldn't go short anticipating that to happen. Because look, first off, it's not happening. And second off, I'd be shorting the lows, right? We want to buy the lows, sell the highs. Let's take a quick look at oil now, guys. Oil trying to reject. Broke previous day high and low as well. Open prices up here on oil. Oil rejected. Look at this major daily demand zone, right? This was a major support, below it major resistance. I posted this one in the trade alerts, I think. Trade alerts, possible swing trade, short trade off of broken demand on crude, right up here. And that's exactly what we got. We got that rejection off of that broken demand zone. So I am looking for crude to continue lower as well. So let's check that 6 hour, 4 hour. Oh, there we go, oil. I mean gold. This is gold over here on the left on Bookmap right now. Big spike on the CVD to the upside though. Okay. So let's see. Damn, there we go, gold. That's awesome. What I say, it felt like it was squeezing to break below that demand zone. So now let's wait and see. Now low volume shelf wise, we have about 32.96, like 32.96. So let's go into like a 5 minute or a 1 minute, something that we could really go in depth on. 32. The problem is now we got a big low volume shelf. So yeah. Originally, I wanted the 3300s for short. So if we could manage to retest, that'd be great. 34. But let's mark out the low volume shelf portion. So this one right here, it's a 38. Where does it start? Around 35.70. So this would be a possible low volume shelf for gold. And you know what I'm going to do too? Is this demand zone broken? That demand zone's not broken. This one is, however. So let's change the color of it. I'm going to be looking for shorts on gold today, guys. Just like yesterday. Crazy sell-off on gold. See if we can take advantage of that downtrend. I'll let you guys know if I take any trades. Let's see, ES and NQ. Let's check ES and NQ, make sure they're not in demand yet. Good, they're still not in demand. That's great. Alright, if we could push back up here, like 96 to 98. 96 to 98, 96 to 98. Yeah. It's below where I originally wanted to enter. So we're going to see. Well, let's check some time frame analysis too. 15, 30 minute. Are there any basing candles before we start selling off here? Yeah, the 2 hour. Perfect. So yeah, let's see if we can find a short on gold, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nice pullback. 3,300. If we could pull back into 3,300, that'd be ideal. Well, here's that low volume shelf. No volume shelf right there. So I was expecting a quick reaction, but we have some buying pressure. So I'm just going to wait a second. Let's see if we could push into that 3,300. Oh, quick rejection. I'm going to go... Ooh, what are we doing, gold? I'm going to start my position up here. Nah. Let's wait for that 3,300. Let's see. I don't know. It's looking alright on these sells here on gold, guys. Ooh, alright. Filled me at 32.96.80. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I'm going to keep a really tight stop loss on it because I was looking for a fast reaction. If buyers do want to step us up to 33.01, I'd rather just be out at 32.98 and then re-enter at 33.01. Very good, very good. Let's see. Remember, 3,300 was the original area I wanted to enter. So if it stops me out of this original entry, then that's okay. We'll look for the original trade plan entry. I'm not the only one. I liked the volume to the downside, though. That's what I like this trade and started the position. I just need that point of control to push lower. The volume's trying to push higher right here on that point of control. Yeah, look at the buyers trying to step in. I might stop out there. Yeah, let's stop out there and see if we get that 3,300 entry. Do you think you love me, Mary? Let's see. Make sure we have stacked levels on. Perfect. Oh man, look at that. That's tough. We're gonna wait. Just wait here. Oh, some selling pressure coming in too. Looks alright on gold. Let's see, guys. Let's wait 1 second and see. Some solid selling pressure. CVD trying to drop red, but don't try to short these lows right here. Don't try to short the lows. Let's be patient. Crude oil with the crazy spike up. ESNQ still chopping, so we're just waiting right now. We'll add an alert, see if gold does want to give us that entry. Right now we are still forming a fair value gap right here though, so that might possibly be our entry too, with the low volume shelf. So that's pretty good. Yeah, there's that selling, man. Minute 45 left, though. Again, don't go chasing these lows right now. If anything, that's why we want to try to short when we're pulling back. I gotta zoom out. We gotta zoom out. Too zoomed in. No. Need a major pivot or something to target. Major pivot or sergeant price level. Ha ha ha. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if that original entry still comes to play. Nope, looking like sellers want it. 54 seconds left. Market opens in 20 minutes, guys. We have our ES trade plans, guys. If you're just tuning in, make sure if you want to rewind, you could check out our pre-market plans for today. It's going to be some ES and Q longs off of the demand down over here. And we were waiting to see if gold wanted to possibly give us a short entry. "21 seconds left. We could check the footprint one more time. Point of control still up here on this 5 minute. So I'll wait. Guys, what are you thinking today? Are you guys feeling bullish or bearish today? And what are you trading? Alright, oil, give us a quick pop here. I mean, gold. I'm keep doing that, man. And oil, what are you doing? Yes, and Q, we're just being patient. Yo, gold looks like solid to sell off.
I'm on 2 contract on gold from the same entry point as you are. Where
Nice.
you stopped out. I am still on. Yeah.
Oh, from up here before?
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I know my stop was a little too tight on it. We're struggling to break lower here, which is a drop concerning, but It's also struggling to hold, so I'd like to see a strong break lower on gold. If it fails, then we're just going to keep waiting for that 3,300 entry.
Yeah, I'm not hoping anything. I just moved my SL to the break even, so that's it.
Good. Very good idea. When you don't know, best bet's to go to break even on it, or to not be in it. But let's see. Here we go. Here's some pullback. And if this trade doesn't work out, we're just going to stop out of it and probably wait for the ESNQ market open. You could also look at the 15-minute time frame, trying to base right here. So I'd really need this 5-minute to reject that quick. Alright, let's see. And we can look at the 30-minute too, and it's also trying to base. So I guess I'd be a little careful on this. Minute 53 left. I'd want it to hit that entry point in the next, like, 20 seconds. Oh, point of control moved higher. A little concerning on the Bears. Just be patient here. Building some support under us on gold. A lot of nothing burger right here. Minute 20 left. We did not get my entry point. We've got a bit of a mix of buyers and sellers on the Delta right now, so I'm not completely convinced on the shorts, but I guess I was more bearish due to the previous day low break, that 100% close red stat on gold on Fridays. And yesterday sold off like crazy. I want to see yesterday. We sold off when? Right before market opened or when market opened? I think it was when market opened. What was yesterday? Thursday. We started selling right before market opened. Now this is sort of good because what it's doing is the 15 still going to close bearish. Maybe on the 30 too. Oh no, 30 closes in 15 minutes, so we have time on that. Okay, I like that 15 close there. I still would consider an entry up here. Can I buy the footprint separately? Been trying to get that for weeks, seems impossible. Yeah, so with footprint, it's different from Bookmap. Bookmap is separate from TradingView. Footprint charts that I'm using, those are TradingView footprint charts. You need TradingView Premium for that. Hey Gold, if you give me an entry, I'll have a great weekend. Gotta negotiate with the market. Oh yeah, also the 2-hour looked really good for a basing to the downside too, which would call for continuation. Look at the resistance above head. And I personally can't take shorts down here. Can't short the lows, but have to wait for a pullback. Oil trying to do its best to continue higher. I'll tell you what, we'll draw a fair value gap on oil and we'll see if it wants to reject and hold that. But there we go. Gold rejection lower. We can maybe wait and see if New York session opens and gold gives us a quick push up. Remember, yesterday's issue was I didn't wait until my exact entry and it threw me. So we're going to be patient for our entry on this one. Yes, trying to hold the support level, but NASDAQ still didn't hit that demand. Damn, gold with some resistance here, guys. Boom, look at that. There we go, gold. Gold's gonna feel it. See, tough point down here. Look at the spread right now. It just went from 32.86, like 7 to 38.9 real quick, real quick. Big spreads coming in. Might see a sell-off. Let's see. I guess at this point, yesterday we got the potential entry criteria was like a 5-minute order block entry. It was right here. And it formed at 9:05. We retested it. So I guess if we get that same type of entry, that's what I would look for right here. Like if we continue on this drop and we close somewhere down here, I'd look to see if we could pull back into it. See if I could show you guys one more time. Where was that? Right here. Right, we had a strong drop away from it. Looked like we weren't coming back. Then we had a big rejection back higher, pulled back, tested it, and pushed back lower. So if we could get that, great. That will be my new entry. Damn, gold, you go. Yo, XO, you still in those shorts?
No, I stopped out, but yeah, exactly from where I sold.
Oh, man.
It's just going down now. Yeah.
Alright, that's alright. We'll wait. We'll see if we get another possible entry. It's still dumping. Yeah, I'm using icebergs on bookmap. Oh, nice, nice. Do you have a link for heatmap/bookmap? I do not. If you use discount code, though, Bullish Bears, you get 20% off your first month. I'd be waiting on gold. Wouldn't be shorting the lows over here. That's a crazy sell-off, though. Point of control's way down here, but look at all the low volume up here. So I'd like to see it spike back. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at that spike on the CVD up right there. 50 seconds left. I had gold from yesterday, sold for a loss. Oh, man. Oh, let's check this gold pullback's going crazy right here. I'd rather be with you until I'm through. Oh, yes, I do. I think we're just pulling back to get this volume up here. Still looking for this possible order block 5-minute entry on gold. I'm looking for a possible target of the downside. I guess it would be that black level. I'd rather be with you. Ooh. Yeah. Let's see. Come on, gold. 7 seconds left. I want to see a stronger break to the downside on the close. But it's looking like it's not. We'll see. Let's check the delta on that last candle. -405. Okay, good. Now let's also do some time frame analysis. Guys, what time is it? Market opens in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Now, when market opens in 10 minutes, that means the 15 also closes and opens. So that could line up with a 15-minute fair value gap right here. We're going to make that a different color so we know it's different from the rest. Make it like a pink. Make it like a light blue. I don't know, man. Gold looking good to continue lower based off of the candlestick analysis. CVD did push green, though. I'm going to be patient on this, guys. If I had footprint, I'll do better. Yeah, man, give it a shot. Give it a shot. I thought TradingView had a trial. Does TradingView have a trial? I know they have the free version, but
It
I don't know.
doesn't, but if you sign up with 2, 3 different emails, then it sends promotion eventually every 2 or 3 months, like 50% off or 80% off. Then
Oh,
you can
that's
get it.
cool. I know they just had like 80% off for an Easter sale. Yeah, I mean, gold's not looking the best up here at the moment, but we'll see. Well, again, like I said, guys, we're probably gonna wait for the New York session to open. We've got a little less than 8 minutes, 9 minutes on that. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. If you guys want to see any reports or if you guys want to see anything, please let me know. Don't forget, guys, we do have Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. today. So that's very important that we're out of any trades before 10 o'clock. Let's see. This might be. Are you bullish on ESNQ? Yes. So right now, I'm a bit bullish on them, and I'm going to tell you why, and we'll do another quick breakdown, right? We did this earlier for our pre-market prep. We start the streams around 8:30, do our pre-market prep from 8:30 to about 9:15. Then we wait New York session open. Sometimes we catch a live trade on gold or oil during that pre-market. But what I'm looking for on ES is I'm looking to see this 45-minute demand zone right here, because this was a supply zone, right? And we tried to hold it as supply and we broke through it. Now I'm seeing that we're holding it as resistance. So not only are we broken this supply and returned it to demand, but we created a new demand overlapping that broken supply. So ES and NQ, this is ES right now. We've been making higher highs and higher lows on this 30-minute time frame. I'm sure on the hourly as well, we see that we've been making higher highs, some internal higher lows. So I am bullish at the moment on ES and NQ, looking for them to hold this. Now, guys, don't forget, gold does very well when there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. So if ES and NQ are killing it, there's a good chance gold might be failing. But if ES and NQ run into some resistance, some uncertainty, they break their demand zones, then gold might turn around and flip bullish. So I'm going to be a little extra patient on gold, again, waiting to see if this is a possible entry. But really might end up waiting till that Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. Said that 5 looked good to continue. It's what it's getting. This is sort of the same thing as yesterday. Again, we had the 5-minute. We had a sell-off. We had a 5-minute green basing, a sell-off candle, a little bit of a continuation candle, and then the next candle tried to break lower. Look at that. And then it pulled back to it. There we go. There's that continuation. Big drop on the CVD too. Nice. I suppose we could also look at the footprint on the daily chart. That's pretty cool. See, point of control is right down here on ES, and that's right in that demand zone that I have. Volume average low, volume average high, volume average low, volume average high. So if we could get a long position below our volume average low on the ES, that would be ideal to trade back into that volume average range.
Gold liquidity 3270.6.
You scared
Tuesday's
me.
prior day low.
Marzidi, you're scary, man. You scared me. Alright, let's see. Waiting for ES, so I'd like to see ES push into this demand zone, 5480. And on 5480 on Bookmap, we have a passive buyer sitting down there. Check out gold. was thinking of adding silver to the mix, seeing how undervalued it is. I think gold officially hit like 550x or 10x or something of it. Let's see if I saved it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I screenshotted it. Because that's what I'm doing at like 11 at night. I'm going through Benzinga articles, going over gold and silver. Gold now worth 100x more than silver. Analysts say it's time to buy the underdog. So that's very interesting in my opinion. Oh man. XO, man, your target was right there. I know, we gotta be careful with the stops. I know, me too, with the stop loss being too tight today. Definitely had the right analysis. Even had a really good entry in this wick right here. I just was concerned that with the uncertainty of us possibly pulling back to 3,300, I wanted to be a bit more patient. Stopped that, took the small loss, said, okay, we'll wait. And we did end up continuing. I've noticed lately, sometimes with my smaller losses, it's because I have the analysis right, but I have maybe too tight of a stop loss on it. So very important. Widen up the stop losses sometimes. It's okay. Crude, gold, ES, and Q. Alright, market opens in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Market's going in slow-mo today. Alright, guys, let's see. So I'd still potentially be looking for this entry right here on gold. New York session, we open in 2 minutes, guys. Be patient. Wait for that New York session open. See the volatility that we get. I want to see a long position on ES and Q. VIX making its way lower. I love to see that. VIX below 30. Look at the VIX been making its way lower. New low day, new low day. Broke new low day. Great. Minute 35 left. I want to see a sell-off before market opens. Because if we could start to sell into market open and 5-10 minutes goes and we're still selling off and we get into this demand zone near that passive buyer and everybody's bearish, then that might be a great place to go long. Could wait on gold. Wait on gold. Get it? Like, alright. Crude. We like to look at the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute, 45. 45 on, here we go. 45 on crude looks like a demand zone right here. Could maybe look at the 1 hour, also looks like a demand zone. Great, so I would really like to take a retest of this long entry. Of this fair value gap on oil. Because the 45 looks like it wants to continue. Okay, are we getting the same setup where we broke that low and this green candle pulled back and then the next one wicks and gives us our entry? Let's see. Google beat and report yesterday. Nice, nice. Intel was a double beat as well. I didn't listen to any of what they said on the call. Alright guys, here's market open. ESNQ pump. Some resistance right here though. We're at VWAP and that gap price. So we just had the gap fill immediately on NASDAQ. Market opened like 10 points away and it just opened, filled it, and said goodbye, I'm done. So we could wait right here. We got a little resistance. Gold also a little resistance, being patient. Market just opened 30 seconds ago. Hurry up, guys. Get into a trade. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going to wait. We have our entries. Look at ES on bookmap here. I'm bearish off this open. Somebody asked if I'm bullish or bearish. I'm bearish off the open, that's for sure. But I mean, I guess I'm not really bearish off the open. We're holding this support and pushing higher, but I wanted to see that demand zone be tested. But it's not looking like we're gonna get that. Well, wait. Market just opened 2 minutes ago. There goes a new low day on gold. Some buying pressure on ES being met with some resistance. $5,500, pretty strong passive buyer down there right now. 9 points away. That's at that support level. There we go. Rejecting VWAP, rejecting that gap level. 2 minutes, 3 minutes left on the 5 minute. Just wait. Remember, I said I wanted to see if we could sort of sell off on that market open to the demand zone down here. Find some support in demand and push back higher. I'm definitely considering a short to try to catch this move lower. But we'll see. Let's see. There's a 5,500. See if we find some support here for a second. Oh, trying to break. Might hold up here. I wanted to see, did we have any demand zones for him on the hourly or 4 hour, anything like that? Not really. Yeah, I guess I just really want this demand zone down there, but we might hold this support level as support right here. So let's see. Let's see what's cracking. There it is. Yeah, that was good volume through this whole candle too. Let's see if we get one more pullback for a possible entry. Be careful, equities. Weighted index right now is a little weak. Apple new high a day. Microsoft tried but is failing. Nvidia failing. Amazon failing. Tesla trying to hold higher. Nice, made our way back to point of control. 50 seconds left. Let's see, guys. Gotta really be patient on this. There we go, that's better. How's our volume, our delta? Positive 2,000 delta on this candle right now. This might have been our dip before we rip. Right off that 5,500, man. But I really wanted that 5,480. Edge full? Let's play on ES. Let's see. Potential bullish move 5609. 5609. Wow, that's right where I had 5604 was my target. 5408 possible bearish move. Some buying pressure, weighted index is trying its best. I'd be patient here, guys. Obviously, buyers have strength. Just like yesterday, we dipped in the morning. Guys, let me know what you're trading today. Are you guys trading futures? Are you guys trading equities or options? Take a quick look at, we have equities right now. Our Apple new high a day, Microsoft new high a day. Meta new low a day. Amazon also finding some rejection here. So equities are sort of in the mix right now. I'd really want to see Meta try to flip bullish here. Crude oil continuing. Gold also trying to continue lower. And remember, guys, we do have Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. Eastern. So make sure that we're out of any trades by like 9:59. Because that'll give us a crazy, crazy volatility. I like to see us pull back from here. Let's check out Bookmap on ES up here. We have any resistance up here? Nope. If we had resistance, I'd consider a short. We do not. We have support under us. We have next resistance level 55.25. I'm thinking gold down today, ES up. Yup, exactly. Just like yesterday. Let's check out gold. Let's check out oil. Any low volume shelf? 62.10. 62.10 on 62.10. That's where I have my fair value gap. So if we happen to pull back on oil, that is definitely going to be my long entry. ESNQ, take a look at those. Some support below us. Positive CVD, cumulative volume delta. Same with NASDAQ. Major key level on ES, and we're at VWAP as well. I'm looking at this 55.25 area for a possible sell. Something like this would really keep a tight stop loss, like 2 points on it, because I'd be looking for it to sort of pull back from there for a scalp off of this area of resistance. So let's see how we react to this 55.25. We have 1:27 left in this 5 minute. You know what? We might not break that 25, and that might be a stop loss area. Like this setup. A minute left? Ooh, that's close, man. That's tough to say for sure. Let's see. We could be patient on this, let the market come to us. It does look okay for shorts right here, though. Let's see. But look at the buying pressure behind us. All this buying pressure. I don't want to go short at the highs just yet. Give me some confirmation that 55.25 is going to hold. But right now, 30 seconds left. Looks like it's trying to hold. But we don't want to enter a short because it looks like it's trying to hold, and then 20 seconds left and it pumps right in our face. We don't want the market to pump in our face. Yeah, definitely some resistance off here. Check the 15 minute, 5 minute. All right, let's see. Looking for a rejection off of this 25. There's 25. Trying to get up in there. Trying to hold 25. See if we could hold below 25. If we hold below 25, it would trigger a short, but I'd really be careful with equities are strong right now. We're trying to hold it. I'll take it off of the hold, but stop loss right above 25 at 25.25. Nice quick rejection there. Get out of 1 on a scale out. Let's see, actually. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. Out of... Oh, no, I added 1. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just going to completely exit that. Quick short, quick scalp on that. But that was a nice little short rejection right there on ES off that 55.20. That was really clean, actually. Oh, some sellers stepping in. Let's see. I'm going to re-enter just one contract, stop at that previous high, see if we catch this move lower. There are a lot of trapped buyers up here. Nice, there we go. Some good selling pressure here. Nice, beautiful. I'm going to get out there in some strength because, again, buyers have had momentum this morning. Sellers haven't really proven otherwise. So just trying to scalp that momentum right now. Not bad, not bad. All fine here, 5%. Nice, nice. Moonshift, you in here? Yes, he is. What's going on, man? How's it been? I feel like it's been a little while. Yeah, that was a beautiful entry on those ES shorts, man. I'm thinking it might continue, because remember, I wanted long entries down here. Good morning, everybody. Guys, hit that like button if you're here on YouTube. Great short entry there we just took on ES off of this resistance level on Bookmap and my major key level that I had right there, too. Ozzy, if you're in here, we'll remember the time of this stream. Let's see. We are currently an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes? An hour and 10 minutes in. And we just took a nice little short entry on ES for a quick scalp lower because we had a key level, which was that major key level on the daily time frame that we had marked out. And it had a very strong level that was working as a wall on Bookmap. Now, Bookmap, guys, when we're looking at strong passive buyers or sellers, when we're looking at a strong passive seller like this, we want to see Bookmap reject it and not break it. Once we get that rejection and not break it, we're able to try to enter our short position with an extremely tight stop loss using Bookmap in our favor. Look at this drop, guys. Huge. That is crazy. Could have been a massive, almost over 5 to 1 risk to reward on that. That is wild. Just gonna wait right now, guys. Market's still only 13 minutes in. Beautiful trade, though. Now, I don't have any low volume shelves here on ES either, so I don't really have any long entries right now. So my long entry would be below where the low volume shelves are. So I'd look for this reversal. Minute 20 left. This 15's looking pretty bearish. Dude, wild entry. We'll be looking for a re-entry on those shorts. VIX is also pushing off of its previous day low to the upside, which is bearish. So let's check on gold. Is gold going bullish? There we go. How do you like them apples? But look at that. Gold pushing bullish. As we know, gold will go bullish when there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. Right now, we're pulling back. She lives in my lap. Let's see. Big pullback on gold. 29360, 29360. Not really seeing a low volume shelf up there. Nothing standing out on gold in my opinion. Like to confirm that this zone will hold. Right now, if anything, look at the 15-minute, and it's going to close soon. We have our orb, opening range break to the upside, opening range to the downside. ES and NQ, same thing. Orb high, orb low. High. High, low. Actually, I think the low is going to be down here. Because of the 930. Yup. Wow, crazy rejection, man. Beautiful. Going to be looking for a pullback on ES. Let's see. But look at all the buying delta on the right-hand side over here, guys. Wow, CVD's climbing green, so I'm going to be patient right here, guys. We took a real nice entry up here on those shorts. Ozzy, I'm going to write it down. Take care of you, boss. Yes, sir. One. Alright, some buying pressure here. I'd like to see if we have any imbalances that we're pulling into for a short entry. Ah. If only Bookmap was fast enough. I mean, TradingView. Alright. Look at, again, all this positive delta getting washed away. So many cases. Ooh, gold is in that potential entry area, guys. Look at that. Let's see. But look at the support under us. So just because we're in an area that we wanted to take a short position doesn't mean we definitely have to take that short. Once we get new information like volume or something like that. Oh, let's see. We rejecting it? Yeah, we'll try.
Are you still bearish on gold?
What's that?
Are you still bearish on gold?
Yeah, I'm gonna try an entry here. Off of this order block, because that's the entry that it gave us yesterday. And I'd like to see it give us like similar price action. It looks like, oh, it did fill me. Perfect. Yeah, it filled me at the, nice. Oh my god, that's awesome. I thought it missed my fill. I'm in just one contract gold right now, short off of that order block. We'll be looking to possibly hold this one if gold wants to continue lower today. Just gotta watch ES and NQ. They're selling off. They just hit their areas of support too. So be a little careful on this gold. I'm gonna move my stop loss a little lower because I don't want to be risking too much because we took that nice ES trade before. And we have support under us on gold. So again, a little bit of red flags there. We could check the footprint, see where our point of control is. I'd want point of control below us. It's not. It's up there. But we'll see how this 5 minute wants to close. It's got a minute 48 left. Really want to see us reject lower here. I'd consider scalping gold, but I don't want to just get out of my trade just because. I'd rather be patient here. I took my entry, waited for my entry, and if it stops me out, it stops me out. It's just the way the cookie crumbles when it comes to the market. Yeah, I don't like the support we're trying to hold here. There we go. Give us some resistance now, gold. Come on. Point of control, trying to move lower. Delta, I want this delta to try to flip bearish, but it's trying to hold that 246 we see right here. Want that to go negative 200. I'm going to put my stop loss above this current 5 minute. Like right over here. Like even lower than that. I have it like right here now. 50 seconds left. Because if we find support and we start rallying for the last 40 seconds of this 5, then I don't want to be in shorts if we start rallying. But if we hold it, I do want to be in shorts to continue lower. Gold had that 100% chance of closing red today. Had a crazy sell-off yesterday. Just be looking for continuation. Oh, it didn't have that big of a sell-off yesterday. It did pull back yesterday. We sold off in the morning. That's when we sold off. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I just remembered we did end up pulling back on gold. 15 seconds left. Really important where we close on this 5. Good chance I get out of this before stop loss if we break back into this order block. Not yet. Not yet. I'll let it run to stop loss if it wants to run to stop loss, but I'll hold it. 95.60 is my stop loss. Definitely not looking ideal on the shorts. Some selling pressure trying to step in here, but we have low volume shelf to like 30.20. Yeah. I guess I'll move my stop loss. I'll give it a little room. I don't even want to give it that much room.
We're having a nothing burger so far. Unless you're very quick on your reverse button.
Want to see this gold rip lower. 30-minute was bearish, that last 30-minute candle. 45, 90, 1 hour. These things don't close for 8 minutes. Would want them to close more bearish. We're still trying to reject this order block area. I'm still in a short on gold. Haven't stopped out yet. Concerned for this 3,300 level, though, that we want to run a 3,300. That's where my re-entry would be on gold shorts. But right now, yeah. I'm going to move my stop loss down to 95.70. 95.70. I really want to see some selling. There's some buying absorption there. But I really want to see some selling pressure on gold to the downside, guys. We're in a short on gold right now. Still in this short. Let's get blown. Looking for this 5 minute and the next 5 minutes to continue lower so the 30-minute close is bearish. At least, if not bearish, at least a rejection candle lower. We do have a bullish fair value gap right here. So I might look to exit right here, depending on market structure. Or keep trying to find support. We're not really melting as strong as gold likes to. 230 left in this 5 minute though. Check that point of control. Point of control still trying to move higher. I hate that. Volume's not picking up to the downside. If it doesn't give me a dump right here, I'm gonna just get out for a scalp. 210 left. Really need to see volume. Again, it's really not giving us volume. It's giving us support. Moving my stop loss lower again. Because again, if we start to support here, we're probably going to go higher. 95.40. I only moved it down by 3 ticks. Yeah, look at the buying pressure we're trying to hold up here. Just wait 1 sec. Each time sellers try to step in, a buyer tries to hold it. I really need that trend to break. How's ES and NQ right now? Moving lower, shit. That's not good for these shorts on gold. I'm going to get out of gold, guys. Calling it a scalp right there. 190 profit. Max it was at was 250. It's okay. It might continue. I might have jumped the gun on that exit, to be honest, but that's okay. It's 250-50, guys. When you start questioning things, it's 250-50. ES and NQ. Damn, man, that short entry was the high of ES. That's wild. Now remember, guys, even though we're pulling back here on ES and NQ, I was bullish around 54.80. So even though we're selling off right now, same with NASDAQ, demand is right below our pre-market lows. So I really want to see if we could find some demand and hold. I see you're using TradingView footprint. I missed the Easter sale. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. What footprint do you use? Very cool. It's a nice one. That's purdy, man. Yeah, look at that. Gold pop back up. Glad I stopped out. 250-50. Too uncertain. 5 more minutes, get ready. Yes, sir, we got the news in 5 minutes. A little over 5 right now. I got it, I might give it to you. Hey, let me get my friends. Let's see. Guys, hope you guys are ready for a great weekend. Guys, if you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Ooh, gold gave us a rejection candle. Hold up, wait a minute. Pause 1 sec. We'll see if it triggers this entry. If it breaks down and triggers that entry, great. If it doesn't, no trade. It's going to continue higher. We do have a breakout of the orb right now. And we have closed above it twice now. Are you down to I wouldn't be taking any shorts on ES yet either. Remember, we took that beautiful entry up here at the highs. Looking at gold on Bookmap right now, waiting for it to just train wreck to the downside. which it's not doing. But we're just waiting, guys. Just gotta wait and see. So up there's the buying pressure. Waiting on gold. No, not taking anything on gold. I'll add an alert down here, but that alert would have to trigger in the next 3 minutes. But guys, we can't take a trade in the next 3 minutes because we have our economic news in 3 minutes. Michigan consumer sentiment. Guys, give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna be right back. Get some water. Stay hydrated. Alright. Gold trying to reject. Man, if we didn't have news in 2 minutes, I would take this short. My whole thing too is I feel like that 10 o'clock's gonna open and we're just gonna see gold drop like 20 points. But we gotta be patient right here, guys. No reason to rush into anything. Let that candle come and give us some new areas of imbalances. Because when we get news like that, we get crazy volatility, crazy wicks. We get new imbalances and levels to look out for. No longer interested in gold shorts. I mean, look at this though. This is a 5-minute order block. This is a 5-minute rejection candle. 1 wick, 2 wicks. And now if this one were to close below, it would be 3 wicks. That's a perfect rejection off of a zone. But right now, looking pretty strong. 3,300 key level up there. That's originally where I wanted to go short again, 3,300. So I'll watch it. I'll keep an eye. If we throw our fib up there, let's see. From the high of the start of the move to the low of the move, I can't see anything right now. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this. Rid of this. Alright, it's a little better. There, the 78%'s right here, 61%'s right here. So 78% is up there with the right with that previous day low and that 3,300 key level. So this is what I would look for a short on gold if we get some type of crazy move up. Look at the sellers though, trying to step in. Just like I said, off of that 3 rejection candle, trying to push lower. Nice wicks there. If we didn't have news, I'd be short right now. Like right now, I would be short. That's crazy, man. But listen, we got to sit on our hands, guys. We can't control Michigan consumer sentiment or the market's reaction. All we could control is our trades. And even though this looks A+ for shorts right now, that consumer sentiment could come out and it could completely shoot up to the upside, right? Market could drop, gold could pop. We don't know right now. Because we don't know, we can't gamble on that. That's gambling. That's not trading. 30 seconds, guys. Yo, what's up, Brandon? What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, dude? Yo, you missed a pretty clean entry on some ES shorts up here, bro. Real nice. But I know I'm sure you catch anything on NASDAQ, you're getting a little bit of a late start.
No, I'm not trading today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I went out with my buddies last night, so.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
Alright,
you do.
let's see. There's that ES pop. We had on Bookmap on my screen over here, we had 55.25. And we rejected it with a lot of strength, and I had a key level on there too. So I said, alright, let's try to take a short, stop at that 55.25. Beautiful quick reaction lower. I took it for a scalp, but that thing ended up dropping real strong. Let's see, we're pulling back right now, guys. Got some strength and equities are all pushing up. See that, guys? Gold's going to continue. That's okay. That's okay. I can't be upset over it. You just can't. I cannot be upset over quote-unquote missing a trade because we didn't know the reaction we were going to get. Yes, and NQ, I still wanted 54.80 on ES. IONQ hasn't moved. Oh, Dusty's not in here. All right, ES climbing like crazy right now. Thinking it's making its way towards that 55.15, then that 55.25 again. Now at this point, if we could break that 55.25, I'll look for us to flip that level and hold it. Yeah, we're feeling bullish today, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted that 45-minute demand, which we're clearly not getting. And gold, yeah, you could continue gold. That's fine, whatever. Damn, son. It's alright. Gotta follow our rules. My rules, I can't trade into news like that. Even Michigan consumer sentiment, we don't know what it's gonna give us. Yes, and NQ reacts a lot stronger than gold does to consumer sentiment, but it's still an uncertainty. Damn, son, that's crazy. Let's see. 15-minute. Oh, that 15-minute looks great right now to continue on gold. You don't even know. Let's see. I want to try a short. Where's my position tool? If we could retest up here. Gotta be careful on the stop loss, though. Oh, we got some support under us. Let's see. Ooh. Just gonna wait right here for a sec. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to put my limit order out there at 89.20. It was just up there. It was trying to get filled. Did not fill it. Let's see if we get into it one more time. I'm not a fan of the support we have under us, but I also feel like this fair value gap's going to fail. What's gold's potential move for today? Let's see. $33.21 or $32.48. $32.48. We still got room to go for $32.48, and the 15 looks good for continuation. So yeah, I'm looking for shorts on gold again. Ooh. Getting some wick right here. I might cancel that order. I might cancel that order because there's 50 seconds left, and if this candle closes with a crazy long lower wick out of this fair value gap, I don't want to be in a short into that. But that 15 just looks real good. I'm ready to activate the trade. 26 seconds left. It'll depend on how this 5 closes. If it closes above my entry criteria, I do not want to take it. If it closes below it, I'll set my trade, and then I'll wait for that 5 to open and hit it. But 15 seconds left, trying to find some buying pressure. Every time we have those today, we have been selling off, but we're just going to wait right here on gold. 6 seconds. Let's see. Damn, look at the support under it though, guys. Be careful on this. I want to see the point of control. The volume CVD pushing higher. Point of control was lower on that last 5 minute. Let's see ES and NQ. Chopping away. Damn, look at the buying pressure, guys. CVD climbing on gold. Remember that 3,300 was a key level we were looking for a retest. So we could see if we get that 3,300 now. Damn, look at that. Double touch off the FEG2. Let's see. Oil, nothing. Yes, nothing. Really just waiting on gold. Gold, great buying pressure, man. Just flying high. Yes, and NQ also pushing higher, though. Low volume shelf up here. Here's some resistance. Damn, yo, right off the low volume shelf, I just saw that. Let's see. Let's see if we can push into it again, though. I really wanted 3,300. ES and Q climbing up. Let's see if ES and NQ are showing anything. 55.15 right here on ES. Let's see, that's VIX. Could also possibly be near the high of our range, 55.15. We can look to see how price wants to react to it. VIX is back at a key level as well. If we do get a rejection off of 55.15, I'll look for a short. Stop 55.15.75. But let's see, we still have a lot of buying delta. Remember, we mentioned that earlier. NQ with some buying strength. Apple, Microsoft, Meta, all of these are all on the 5-minute bullish right now. So I'm not jumping the gun into any shorts. Minute 42 left. Trying to move into this 55.15. Struggling. Still struggling. Passive seller right there. I'll try it with the stop loss 55.15.75, but tight entry on that. Buyers might break us through, so be careful. 55.13.50 was entry, 55.15.75 is stop loss. Ooh. A minute left in this 5-minute. Really need that rejection lower now. If not, probably just going to end up taking the small loss on this. Here comes some buying pressure. Got to be a little careful on that 55.15. Yeah, there it is. Woo. That's why we respect our stop losses too. Don't make them too tight depending on your trade setup. Or don't make them too loose, I should say, depending on your setup. Now we wait for that 55.25 again. It's a major price level on ES, guys. NASDAQ new high of day. ES has not made a new high of day yet. So let's wait and see. Look at the 15, look at the 30. Do we have any demand zones forming now that we're holding? I don't see anything that would really support us up here. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday indeed. Might find this 55.15 as support, so let's be patient. Wait how the market wants to react. A lot of buying delta over here. CVD, VIX trying to push lower too. All bullish signs at the moment, so we're just going to wait. Here we go. There we go. Let's see if we get a break. I'm watching that 55.21.75 and the 55.25 for potential stop loss and entry. This level's gotten a lot bigger even. And Q trying to push up major price level at NASDAQ as well. Now, originally, guys, my trade plan from, I think it was yesterday, was I wanted to see if we could break above this major level up here and continue higher today. So I'm really going to be watching how we react to near this 55.25 level because it held so well this morning for shorts that I would want to see if it would either want to hold for shorts or flip and go for longs. Trading single micro today. I just did 4-6 trades. Hey, good job, Sam. Good work. Gold again trying to climb. Crude also pushing higher. ESNQ we're just keeping an eye on right now. Here we go, some buying pressure. Let's see if we can break through that 55.25. I'd want to see some buying pressure into the 55.25. It's 195 level right here. No, ES, give me the rejection of it. What was our high a day? Oh, so we might not hit it if it holds as a wall and we don't break new high a day on ES. But VIX new low a day. That's bullish. Gonna just wait right here, ladies and gentlemen. Every time we try to push into this 22 to 25 area, we find some resistance. Be careful. Again, situation is we break it with some strength. We get a quick impulse move, and then we retest it for a long. But right now, it's holding as resistance. We'd be looking for a short. Buy the bottoms, sell the tops. Yes, sir. That's the goal. Trading. If we're ranging 80% of the time, we want to be buying the low, selling the highs, finding the ranges. See you. At me. Gold making its way to 3,300. Had to walk away from desk, so missed the gold trade. Hey, would have been clean, man. Look at ES with some rejection here. Not much support below us either. Damn, that price level would work pretty well for a long, short. So let's see our rejection here. Let's see if we get a possible entry on the next candle, depending on how this one wants to close. Looking at me, We're above VWAP on both of them right now. I'm really just waiting here on ES and Q. I wanted to see ES try to push into that 55.25. It's a nice rejection, though. We are sort of near the top of our range. We had a pretty good trend yesterday. Do we go range bound today is the question. If it could retest 55.21.75, I would maybe consider taking a short. Apple rejecting an area of interest. Meta pushing higher. Tesla at a key level. Nvidia trying to push above its previous day high. Oh, Nvidia's been above its previous day high, excuse me. Hey, ES, what you doing? I want to try a short position here around this 55.18. Because right now we are very range bound. Equities are pushing lower. Apple equities rejecting Tesla off key level. Nvidia with some strength though. I'm moving my short entry for a second. I'll be on your stream more, man. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Appreciate it. Happy to hear that. Always trying to help bring some education, some good trades, some market analysis, some good stuff. And guys, don't forget too, if you're on YouTube, you guys could join Futures Fever on Wednesdays on Benzinga for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. That's pretty cool. Oh, selling. CVD dropping. Oh, we're going lower, man. Let's see. Damn, man. Missed that short entry. That's alright. Just gonna wait a sec. 3 minutes left in the 5 minute. I go live every day for our community, the Bullish Bears community. When you sign up, you get access to our Discord. And I go live Monday and Friday for our YouTube. Ooh. Ooh. Wee. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. Not jumping any guns. Maybe. Let's see buyers. Let's see buyers. Are they going to give us that 55.20-ish entry? 55.25 entry? Remember, this is the top of our range now, but be careful because buyers have had some momentum today. Cool, man. Damn, man, it's rejecting that purple level. It likes that purple level a lot. I definitely want to try to enter a short position somewhere over here. Somewhere near these highs. Minute 20 left. Selling pressure's back in it. How's the 15-minute looking? 30-minute closes in 11 minutes. Hourly closes in 41 minutes. Yeah, missed short entry. We'll try to find another one. We'll get him next time. Shh. Alright, let's see what's going on, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Happy Friday. Friday. Bro, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for bed. Look for a dry place to call their own. Let's see, 5 minute. We want shorts. Selling pressure going crazy. CVD dropping. Give me a pullback and I'll take an entry. Weighted index. Equities aren't as weak, or I would be taking a short here. Yeah, no, there we go. Yeah, Apple pushing lower, Microsoft, every equity pushing lower right now. So let's see. Large caps with some selling pressure. Got to be careful though, because we are pretty wide range right now. Not that wide, 2 points. There we go, some selling pressure. Nice. ES 5500 key level. If we're range bound, shouldn't really be looking for continuation. So we'll see. Whoa, big break. There we go. Nice. Equity's dumping right now. Love that. Oh, beautiful. Oh my god, let's go. Beautiful. Damn, man. Those highs up here. ES trying to push lower. I want this 5480 down here, guys. 5480 on ES. ES wants it too. VIX pushing higher. Don't go short down here. See if we maybe pull back a little bit. Are you in a short right now? I'm not, Robert. Man, I missed that short entry up here off my key level 55.21 we were looking at. But we saw Bookmap gave us that 55.25 as a wall. So that was pretty clean. But we'll get him. We'll get him. I'm looking for 54.80 for some potential buying pressure. Because at this point, a lot of people, this sell-off right here, a lot of people are going to be trying to short this low. Someday we'll remember. Gotta get a little music going, just keep things going. Another trader that I watched just went long and got cooked with 40 micros. That's crazy. Bro was going long at the highs with 40 micros. I wouldn't recommend that. That's tough, man. Yeah, we gotta be careful. We gotta trade lighter in ranges and conditions like this, too. Damn, ES was a few points away from my demand zone. Dancing in September. Hey guys, if you're on YouTube too and Discord, you guys follow me on social media, kevin.futures. Do a lot of collaborations with Bullish Bears and Benzinga of like news article reviews and stuff, what's going on in the economy, things of that nature. We do have some divergence here. ES was able to take out these pre-market lows while NASDAQ was not able to take out those pre-market lows. But again, I wanted these demand zones to be swept, so I'm going to be patient there. I'd like to see sellers continue, just straight to the downside here. Not in anything, I'm just being patient. Spectator. Trader spectator. Trade spectator. Weighted index, some weakness there. There we go. Beautiful. Very nice. Keep on going. VIX trying to move higher. Looking for this 5 to continue, but remember, there's going to be a lot of people trying to chase this. Yeah, Instagram. Instagram is kevin.futures. Alright, looking for a massive sell-off here like we just saw in that recent 5-minute. There we go. Give us a little something there. Very nice. Very nice. Keep going. There we go. Selling pressure. Come on. Push that lower. Push that. 54.80. 54.80. Come on now. Oh, man. Alright, let's see, let's see. There we go. Beautiful. The Discord, so guys, to join the Discord community on YouTube, you would join with, our link is bullishbears.com, and you would become either a monthly, yearly, or lifetime member. I'd usually recommend going with the lifetime membership because it also comes with our next level library, which has has my Futures Masterclass in it, which is 8 hours of Futures material. Very good reviews on it. That's new, like a month or two new. Other than Bullish Bears in the live streams, I do offer one-on-one mentorships as well. You could get access to those at tradingpioneers.net. I'll show you, that's my website. Trading Pioneers. That's the guy. The coaching services do one-on-ones. I have an 8-week hands-on program that you get access to the Futures Masterclass. It's 2 sessions a week. Really try to devote our sessions to where you are in your trading. Some people come to me and they're sort of at a beginner level. They're trying to learn even something as basic as understanding trading view and understanding the ins and outs of it without going through 1,000 YouTube videos. You're really paying for your education, right? You're skipping the line in the sense of going in circles. But some people come to me and they say, I know how to trade. I've been trading for 4 years. I need help with consistency. I need help with follow through. There we go, man. ES 54.80. Give us that 54.80. Look at this, 54.80 all day on Bookmap. It's been a major price level, major passive buyer down there.
Did you open a limit order already there or not?
For ES, not right now. And the reason not yet is because look at the selling pressure we have coming into it. So with the selling pressure we have coming into it, if we break through it with a lot of volume, then I would look for a flip zone, and I would look for this zone to break and for us to use it as a supply zone. But right now, I'm just really waiting to see how we react. There's a good chance, depending on how we trade into it. Like you saw earlier, I don't know if you saw earlier, we were, when we were above that 55.25 up here, let's see, I could probably find it. Yeah, right up here. On Bookmap, right here. So we tried pushing into this price level, and we held it. So if by chance we could push into that price level, but to the downside, that 54.80, I would look for us to push into it and see a large buy bubble come in. Or I also could add the absorption indicator, see if we could see the absorption indicator hit as well. Yeah, I do teach Bookmap too, guys. Futures Bookmap, whatever tools you might need help with, TradingView. Just got access to Benzinga Pro, but I know not too many people are using that. That's more for stocks and stuff. And scanners and whatnot. There we go. ES does look good for some continuation here, guys. Let's see.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
For sure. Nice. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh. Alright. Just caught a quick scalp on that. Was very nice on that ES short. I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't trust this trade, and I'd much rather tell you guys trades that I fully trust, that I find are a bit higher probability. But I took this scalp on this because this 5 minute just opened, right? We still have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. It just opened. It opened lower. Price has been moving lower for the past 3 red candles. And each time the past 3 candles opened, they sold off that first minute. So when this first minute opened and we started to push higher, I said, okay, I want to try a short position. I tried one contract. Once it started moving in my favor, I added and put my stop loss at that high and was able to scalp it to my target down here. Now, I look at this as rejecting right off of that 54.80. Now I might take that long down there at 54.80. We'll see if we test it again. I see a little silhouette of a man. It's got a moosh, it's got a moosh. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Look at that. That was exactly textbook of what we saw up here on Bookmap on ES. Guys, Jeremy's going to be in here in like 5 minutes. He's got an announcement to make. Oh, he's in here.
Yep, just typing in the chat real quick.
Nah, you got to say it first, dude. That's so exciting.
I'm floored. I mean, like,
You got to tell us about
in
it.
my life would I ever imagine being here. So I have some good news, bad news. I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is that I can no longer mention any Tuttle Capital products like MSTU and all the other fun stuff in trade ideas. The good news is it's because I'm now officially affiliated with Tuttle Capital Management. Pretty huge for me because, I mean, that's...
So what is it? So now you're an official Tuttle Capital affiliate, or what is that? How does that work? What it
So
entails in
I've
that?
been doing contract work for them on the side. I've been built some things, and now I'm in position where we'll be partnering on a kind of a joint venture thing that we're starting up too. So
That is
I'm
awesome.
partnering with Matthew Tuttle himself. So officially, I'm affiliated.
That's sick, dude. So what's that mean, I guess, for, like, I guess videos wise? Are you going to be making videos for him? Or, like, what is that? What do you mean you're affiliated? Does that mean in your Bullish Bears videos you'll have to promote him? Or how does that work?
No, it's essentially I'll be working for both. So I'll still be making videos
Oh,
and live
okay.
streaming here at capacity, depending on what we decide to do with my schedule. And then over there, we're doing like a weekly podcast. We'll be adding a bit more content, and
Cool.
also there's like a wealth management thing that's going on too. So that'll be another part of my focus is to be an analyst for the wealth management side.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
Yeah, no joke.
So I've been pretty busy in the background. I know I've been a bit scarce around here, but it's and now you know why. it's
Very
been kind
great.
of a project in the making, and man, I'm floored. I'm really positively grinning ear to ear.
That's phenomenal, man. Big congratulations.
Thank you.
For sure. Oh, Marziti isn't in here. You got to tell Marziti.
Let's see, I might send him a message or a DM. Copy paste.
Guys, next Friday, I might have to cover for the Benzinga live stream in the morning too. So we're all running around the place. But join me there, and we'll cover the same thing. I'll cover some futures, but I'll also cover some stocks and stuff as well.
I guess
So
we
that
can
would be
say
pretty
that Bullish Bears also makes legacies.
Yeah, dude, we gotta make our impact wherever.
Hell yeah.
Dude, let's check out. I want to see Intel real quick, actually. Intel. Where did it open today? Ooh. Hold up. INTC, not INTW. So you said MSTU. I guess not MSTR, right? Because MSTU is the 2X.
Right. So like I can come up with trade ideas and post trade ideas on the underlying, like MSTR. I can't like talk about my wheel trade position in MSTU and NVDX
Gotcha.
and TSLT recently. Um, but I can go and talk about the underlying and just and point out price action and targets and stuff. That's fine on the underlying.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I get what you're saying. Like, you can't say the 2x one, but you could always just say INTC, or
Right.
MSTU. Got MSTR. Whatever
Exactly.
it is. Very cool.
That works.
Yeah. Very cool, man. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks. It's a pretty awesome feeling to be, I guess it's like I feel extra relevant now, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like I have a purpose in life.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I've always had a purpose helping others.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
And that's kind of where Matthew Tuttle and I align, is that we're both, in the interest of looking out for the little guy,
Yeah.
and that has many different hats to wear. Just saying that.
That's awesome, man. Very cool.
Radiohead. Love it.
I wish I was special.
That's a great song.
That's funny, guys.
I know some people give it some flack, but that's a great song.
Turn my head around. Dude,
It's fun for karaoke night too.
That divergence on ES, that's a man zone, guys. That 5480 was perfect. That's crazy. Who asked before? I think it was XO or it was Exhausted Trader said, "Do you have your limit order sitting there?" I was like, "Oh no, not yet. I want to see how we react to it." Should have trusted.
Yeah, I did, and I also feel like I missed that. I'm just looking at it. All the entries, like on ES today, like I am on the top, I'm looking at it. On the bottom, I'm looking at it. I'm not just taking it.
Yup. Yeah, that was crazy. That's alright. It happens. It happens.
Stuff.
Gold
This
chopping.
this control bar is right at range right now on Q.
Yeah.
It's also the halfback in the LZ. We might pop.
Nice.
Market's just like waiting for a reason to fly right now. It's low participation, low volume, but yesterday's melt up was an indication of we should be well within momentum once we get volume.
Very good. There we go. Yes, man. That 5480 demand was the bottom. We saw the top at 5525. Holy cow. Today has been something.
Fly, baby, fly.
Hmm. A very range-bound price action today, guys. There's not much continuation. A couple 5-minute candles does not equal continuation. When you look at an hourly time frame and you see it's Wick City, that means we're very range-bound. You do not want to be holding trades longer than 5-10 minutes. 'Cause the whole world...
Yesterday's melt up, like Sig wasn't poo-pooing on the idea of the melt up. It was just it was a kind of a poo-poo example, even though it moved 10 points from the open.
Of what?
QQQ.
At open yesterday?
And NQ, I mean, moved appropriately,
yeah.
400 and something points. But the idea is that even in a low volume situation, your most basic price action applies. And I put a post up yesterday saying, beware of this descending broadening pattern.
Jeremy's
you'd rather trade the break on it.
Yeah. Somebody asked if you could explain. So Sam, that's Jeremy. Jeremy's another moderator in our community, and he trades like very low time frame. He trades like 5-second, 15-second things like that. And he looks for halfbacks, and halfbacks are usually based off of what, Jeremy? Just the recent leg we had?
Pretty much. Like you can go to a 5-second chart and you can spot a short-term trend, and you can usually find that the secondary move is going to follow a consolidation period. Here's an example right now. And typically you can size the first move and look for a measured move. And then also the halfback would be right back to the consolidation point. So here's your 5-second example. You can see there's a primary consolidation period and a secondary.
Where?
Those are like on the main chat there. So you see the primary part of the trend. You'll see where it comes off the bottom there at 465.40. And then you'll see it goes to about 466.75, consolidates, and then it gives you an equal move to the first move.
But that's not a halfback.
That's not a halfback. This is a measured move. The halfback, let me see if I can find a better example of the halfback.
Yeah. Somebody was asking on YouTube for if you could please explain the halfback. I thought he said please explain half baked, and I was
So a halfback move, and we might get one right here, would be if you look at a consolidation point and you see the measured move is complete, the second leg is complete. Halfback is usually going to give the second move back to that consolidation.
Nice.
And we're actually in a process of giving a little bit of that right now.
Kyle, you catch some gold shorts? $333.97. Wait a minute. 97. No way. 97. 333.97. No, that's all the way up here. Oh, 329. Okay. 32.97. Oh, nice, dude.
Comma.
Good entry.
Need a comma in there. It's confusing when there's no comma.
No, he wrote 33.97. He meant 32.97. So it's a 100-point difference.
Gotcha.
Comma or not, I could read 4 numbers, Jeremy.
Yeah, I know.
The whole...
It's Friday. My brain's cooked.
Yeah. 10:32, 1 minute, still in a few different trades, so not paying attention. Where my bulls at? TGI Fridays.
Oh, I was actually able to finally install my graphics card. Boy, what a difference does that make when you use that to encode for your live feed.
Oh, that's cool.
Huge difference. Before I had a crappy card where I couldn't use it to encode the upload to YouTube.
Yeah.
So I had to use my processor, and when you use your processor, it consumes a lot of resources, so you have to kind of throttle it, otherwise you'll either melt your processor or everything else will drop out, freeze, and glitch, and do all sorts of weird stuff. So now I have a nice graphics card, I can make it fly.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. We gave half the second leg back. Now we've got a...
Guys, we could always also, guys, make sure that we want to look for different time frames, right? So we're range bound right now, but that doesn't mean we don't care what the higher time frame's doing. It means in the opposite. We 100% care what the higher time frame's doing. Are we getting a basing candle? Are we consolidating here on the 15-minute, the 45, the hourly, because the 4-hour is looking to reverse bullish? Are we looking because the 3 hours reversing? Right now I'm looking at these time frames and I do not see a possible reversal yet. I should tell them.
Everyone else is still trying to short a rounding top. I think we're seeing continuation, accumulation out of this. There's a good chance we'll finish that move to QQQ 473.
I'm thinking ES on, ES continuation of the upside for sure. This might be our uptrend today, maybe.
It's a 2-for-1 MM, which is fairly rare, but they do happen.
Fix trying to push lower. ES trying to move higher. Careful on the squeeze here. We could drop off of this squeeze. There we go. Give us a pop. Give us that continuation we've seen for the past 3 5-minute candles. But note, our trend today has been 3 in a row and then reverse. 3 in a row and then reverse. So be careful trying to go long up here.
Let's fly. Oh, it just needs to break resistance.
Yeah, I don't
the
like
5
this.
second.
Do you think we can take London and Asia highs? I mean, we can. Right now, the issue is that we're just so far low down here. We're so range bound. So until we break out of this 55.25, there is no true direction. We're too range bound right now. Price is way more important, right? So 55.25 high, 54.80 low. We would look to buy lows, sell highs. So we wouldn't go long here in the middle of nowhere.
Just need a break. Give me my Kit Kat bar.
Yup.
Wave 2 complete.
Weighted index finding some rejection. Equities, a little bit of rejection. Apple trying to push lower here. Meta was trying to push higher just before. Some selling pressure on ES. How's that 15-minute time frame looking? Yeah, nothing of high probability right now. Would like to see if 55.05 holds as support, but right now sellers keep trying to dump it, buyers keep trying to pump it. Range city, baby. No trades right now, just wait. See that every time it looks like a buyer steps in, a seller slaps him. Every time a seller steps in, a buyer brings him higher. Just gotta wait right now. There's no consistency. We saw some buying pressure off of the demand zone, which is good, but we really need to find some support and some structure back higher and break above that 55.25. That's the only way we'll know if we are going to trend higher today. Because if we don't break 55.25, then it's impossible to trend higher. VIX trying to push lower. Equities are trying their best to push higher right now. "54 seconds left. Let's see if this 5-minute wants to flip green." Struggling right now. Let's just wait. Wait and see. Yo, random, I was trying to send you that picture of the guy, the Pound's Desk one. It's from another server, though. I don't have it saved. Look at that. See, range bound. Even this 5-minute's struggling to continue. We see the heat levels on the downside and upside on ES, so we would be buying dips in this tight range right here. There we go. There we go. Trying to flip green on this 5-minute. Love to see it. Ooh, I don't like how that one closed. Only way we take out next highs and everything is if we break 55.25 area. Other than that, ES is going to stay range bound for the whole day. I'm adding my alert there. That way, when I close off the stream and I'm done trading for the day, if I get an alert on my phone, and look, I'll even edit the alert. Because even though it already says crossing that 55.25, I'll let myself know. ES 55.25, break, and then buy. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to buy as soon as we break it. I want to see a strong break above it and a retest of it. That's what I'll be looking for. If we can get that. Right now, we're pushing back lower again. Maybe we double bottom in demand. Buyers keep trying to buy these dips up. Oil trying to push lower. Gold also trying to push lower. I want to see the other time frames on things like oil and gold. 2 hour looks good for continuation on gold right here. Just took it. Nice. Take longs on ES. Okay, cool. Careful on those longs, because remember, range bound, and we just had a bit of a leg up right here, so we could range back lower for a second. And stop hunt everybody.
Yeah, it's looking like an LG
Let's go.
liquidity grab.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
let's go.
Robert.
Same.
Yeah, Robert, I trade supply and demand, and I also like to look for like support and resistance. So supply, if a supply zone breaks, I like to look for it to flip and hold as demand. I look for price levels, previous day high and low, VWAP, and also just order blocks and liquidity levels, like major highs. So this high right here, this I would consider this as like a buy side liquidity, 55, 53. So if we were to break above over here and try to retest, well, first off, we got to remember we already broke that previous day high today. So if we get some type of trend in the afternoon, which is very possible, we know it's possible, especially when we're choppy like this in the morning, there's a better chance we get a trend after 11, after 12, when everybody's done trading. So I'm going to be looking for this setup in the afternoon. Usually I don't like to trade the afternoons, but I know with this type of price action, this might hit. So we'll wait and see. I also want to look at the daily, and I also want to look at the weekly, because guess what, guys? The weekly closes today. Look at that. This weekly time frame pushed lower, tried to move up with the volume. We came back lower one more time, and we created a higher low on the weekly. So now I'm thinking markets are really trying to flip bullish. Hi, Sam. That's Jeremy in the chat now, Sam.
Yeah, we could chat on it simultaneously. I wish it would assign us different usernames, but I don't think we can do that unless we do it on our personal accounts.
I am learning supply and demand, support and resistance. I'm coming from ICT concepts, a lot of similarities, but different terminology and entry methods. Yeah, exactly. So, in my opinion, supply and demand, support and resistance, they obviously go hand in hand, and they're really what helps markets move when it comes to market structure, higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, things of that nature. ICT concepts can get a little extra complex and not oversimplified, the other way. Oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Overcomplicated, and it's just too complex, and it's not worth it, because then you're like second guessing everything. Is this the right order block? Is this the right this? Is this the right that? Supply and demand, we like to find some major levels of resistance that price reacted to lately or recently, or some higher time frame zones to line up with those lower time frame zones to find higher probability areas. Now, we take those zones and those areas along with market structure and understand that, okay, are we bullish on the overall time frames, the higher time frames, the daily? Are we bearish? Because if we're running into a supply zone, that doesn't always mean we have to take a short. Sometimes we could look for that supply zone to break to take that long on the retest, almost like an order block becomes a breaker block, a supply zone becomes a demand zone.
ICT's concepts are so complicated, not even he can trade them.
You know,
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
you're not wrong.
That's great. Oh my god.
No, I was telling a true story, man. As per him never winning the Robins,
Ah, man.
like ever.
ICT's strategy's so complex he can't even trade it. That's hilarious, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, I want to see how ES reacts down here in this FVG one more time. That makes total sense. Yeah, for sure. Gotta have everything make sense, and we have to listen to markets. We don't predict, we don't control, we just react. Let's
Yes,
see
sir.
what Naz is doing.
React, don't predict. Even Louis Navalier said that yesterday, in fact.
Dip, I dip, you dip, dip, I dip, you dip, you dip. Chuck. If we
Right.
start reversing here, I'll take 55.06 long, 55.03 stop loss.
I've got a price target of 387 on MSTR. It might even hit it today. I think it's
Nice.
flying.
Oh, look at these sellers, man. Nasty with it. That's what I said. If we don't break it, we're just going to range it. Let's see, though. ES, NQ off of an FEG, but it looks like we're just going to dump right through. Yup, there we go. Selling pressure. Now, are we going to make our way back to 54.80? Oh, man, dude. I'd love it.
I'm not gonna miss this time.
What's that?
I'm not going to miss this time if it goes down.
Oh.
Chart
Gold.
it, chart it, chart it. Okay, cover.
What?
The Sam Kennison Trading Channel. Sorry, in loving memory of Sam Kennison.
Jeremy, man, you're funny.
I mean, if y'all don't know who he is, go look him up.
Guys, remember, we're range bound, so this sell-off might be a fake out. I'd like to see us hold here and reverse back higher. That would be huge. Oh, seller said, nuh-uh. Say, ain't no way. Let's see. I'll take a light long for a quick pop-up here, but I'm not a big fan of this, guys. Be careful on that. Looking for this low to hold, but we've been dancing around it for a little too long for comfort. Yeah, I think we dump here. Be careful. Minute left in this 5 minute. It could rally for this last minute of the 5, but it could dump for the last minute too. So let's be patient. Let's watch how this candle wants to trade and try to see how the next one wants to react. Here we go. Let's see if we can find some buying pressure here and hold. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. Oh my god, let's go. Huge. I'll get out of one right there. Oh man, let's get it. Let's get
Nice.
it.
Nice trade.
Thank you,
I was going to
sir.
call out the 5-second double bottom, but you caught it on your chart.
Yeah. There we go. 5 minute. Oh. Ooh. Yes,
Little stag.
sir.
19,340.
I'm gonna get out here. Oh my god, look at that. Beautiful. Nice exit on that, so it could continue. That was a nice dip, catching a lot of shorts. That was very nice. Looking to just trade the range. So if we're range bound, I don't want to enter long and think that, okay, now's the time we break higher. Because listen, it could be that time, but guess what? If I had that same mindset here and here and here and here, I would have been stopped out so many times. So when we're given information in the market, we have to react and trade with that information, not assuming something's going to happen. So I know we're range bound. I took that long at the low and I got out as soon as we wicked back higher because I know we might not continue higher. We might continue back lower again because people look at this wick and emotionally will go, oh, it's a long lower wick. We're going to continue higher. They'll go long at this candle's open and now they're hitting their stop loss. Yo, good job, Sam. Sam had a sick day today. Yo, that's dope, dude. Love to hear it. Yeah, today wasn't bad. Today was not bad. I got back in with you too. Out of 2, kept 1. Nice. Micros, very good, very good.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm done for the day too.
Nice.
Doing very nice.
Good way
Or
to
as
end the
we in
week.
we like to say, cha-ching! Great Friday.
Oh, and look at that. We caught that right at 11 o'clock. Great
Yep.
way to end the stream.
Hells yeah.
I'm thinking buyers might want to hold it, to be honest, because remember, guys, a lot of people end their trading day at 11 o'clock. Markets know this. Markets understand this. Markets don't know this because they know when you're standing up from your desk. They know this due to the volume, right? Now, when it comes to volume and everything, volume gets less throughout the day. It's obviously much higher in the first 30 minutes, an hour of the trading day. People start to trade less, volume decreases. When this happens and we have very range-bound price action like we did this morning, sometimes that afternoon will give us that extra move. So again, I have my alert set. Guys, don't forget set your alerts too. That way we don't miss anything, because we can't have a trend day without breaking out to the upside or downside. So right now, we're not really missing anything. Do you set TPs or do you react to PA and decide when to get out? Usually I'll set a TP, but in price action like this, I'm just sort of reacting to the price action because it's very choppy.
I always relate it to, you spent the opening making yourself a really nice sandwich. Now's the time you get up and go eat it.
Here, look.
Because you don't want the market taking a bite out of your sandwich.
Yep, exactly. Even Ironclad, one of the members here, right? Market alert, I'm going to the gym, expect high volatility and many Apex accounts blown. But his joke being, market alert, I'm walking away. And he's leaving around 11. It's not just a me thing. It's not just a I'm just saying it type of deal. It's a real deal. Psychological, volume-wise, that's just how these markets are. I want to see that 15-minute looks good for continuation.
I got one last long on, I think.
I know, I would consider a long right here, but it's just too choppy. I'd much rather wait for the break because that will give me the reassurance that we're actually going to get it. If I take the long right here, assuming we're going to get it, just like before, if I took these longs assuming we're going to get it, would have been stopped out. So can't really go off of assumptions. It does look good. Obviously, probability-wise, it's looking better for the longs, but we could always wait. Even on the 15 now, I was looking for this 15-minute candle right here is our basing candle. So this 15, I would look for us to be a strong green candle to the upside. Therefore, when this 15 closes, that will also give me a clue. If we're up here on the 15 when we close, I'll look for continuation on the 15, then we'll have higher probability of breaking out and continuing. If we remain range bound, then we might make our way higher and create a long upper wick on this 15-minute time frame. So I'm just going to wait on that.
I might bounce here, but I'm trying to take a screenshot without missing my opportunity. All right, I can still hover over the eject button and take a screenshot. There we go. Quickly. This is my last long for the day. Target 19,380.
Guys on YouTube, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. We do go live on YouTube Monday and Friday. We go live for our community Monday through Friday. Love you guys. Show all the love. Go follow on Instagram, kevin.futures. Do a lot of good content work with Benzinga, with some good videos, some article reviews. And I also like to make videos whenever we get some type of news report, catalyst, job reports, new housing, PPI, CPI, inflation. I'm covering it. I'm covering it within a couple hours of the report being released and telling you guys where we are on this report and how we're reacting, how the market's reacting to it, and how we can expect markets to react.
I'm going to
Absolutely.
put a shameless plug in before we sign off.
Yes, sir. Bro,
Check out the Rebel Finance podcast. It's its own channel. It's just kind of starting out. It's only got 10 episodes on, but we got some gold in there.
Oh, it's a podcast? Yo, let me know when you need a feature on there. I'd love to hop on.
Definitely.
Talk
We're
some
going to be
futures.
doing lots of collaborative stuff, so this will be awesome.
Cool.
We had like a Wall Street legend on yesterday. His name's Louis Navalier. Now, most of the new traders won't really know that name, but those of us who've been around a little while.
What is it?
Louis Navalier. He's like basically considering himself retired, but he's still got $1 billion under management. Navel.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, well, on my show, I have the Einstein of Wall Street and David Green.
There you go.
See that, guys? We got everybody. We get a full circle. David Green's been trading 40 years. Einstein of Wall Street, that's Peter Tuchman. I thought it was Peter Tuchman, but David Green pronounced it Tuchman, which I did not think was correct. But this guy, 67, he's been trading on Wall Street for 40 years, since 85. This year marked his 40th year. Yeah, he's cool. He's all over the place, like Yahoo, like everywhere. He's known as the most photographed person on Wall Street. Like, I'm sure everybody's seen this picture before when people are like, Wall Street's crashing. This is the picture they always use.
Yeah, I just lumped them into what I call the Chicken Little crowd. They're always saying the sky's falling. Economists don't know jack, dude. Just watch the market, trade the chart.
But very cool stuff, man. Very cool. Great guests. Good information. They have valuable insight because they have such vast experiences. And yeah, Robert, man, definitely join our community. We got a great Discord community full of a bunch of traders. Most are trading futures at this point because of the Apex and the prop firms. Yeah, you see Peter Tuchman all the time on social media. Yep, 100%. Dude's everywhere. But he's got good information. He's got good knowledge. I love it. Every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, I speak with him and David Green, and I pick his brain. I ask him, what do you think is going on in the markets? What do you think is going on with these tariffs? Do you think he's going to come up with some type of roadmap going forward, or do you think this is all just talk? And we get that insight from him right there on the show.
We just touched control bar 2 on a 5-second rounding top. Let's see if we can break out or we fall down. We got a big liquidity gap from 19,360 to 19,380. I'm targeting 19,380 on that break. High wave printed. Go! Want one last one for the record. 60-point move. Hell yeah.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen of our YouTube and Discord, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream right now. I hope you guys were able to take some nice trades with us. I know morning was a little choppier, but we were able to find some tops, some bottoms, some nice trades, good profits. Hope I see you guys on Monday. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see Discord, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning on Monday.
All right. See you, man. Have a great weekend.
Take care, everybody.
Have a great weekend. Thank you, Kevin.
You got it, guys. Peace. And YouTube guys, don't forget to, if you do want access to my masterclass, or you could sign up for bullishbears.com. This is where you can join our community. Let me reset that. Bullish Bears. And you would do sale. There is a sale. There's a great sale running right now. $4.97. You get access to my Futures Masterclass, which is in the next level library, along with access to our Discord community. Look at this. This is the same price as our annual right now. If you do want, though, if you're looking for more of a one-on-one mentorship, like I said, I have my one-on-one advanced coaching sessions. One is $100. I do have programs and packages where it's 3 for $250. And I do have an 8-week hands-on mentorship. This comes with 2 one-on-one sessions every week, along with access to the morning briefings and access to, obviously, mentor for questions. If you have any questions or screenshots, you can message me any time of day, and access to the Futures Beginner Masterclass. So check that out. It's tradingpioneers.net. All right, YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to see you guys on Monday.